All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 10-2's on. Bennett, ready to go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Now he's forced out left. That is incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Okay. You don't want to pick up the ball. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got it. Tight dog.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Man, that's trash. Ready to go.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. Here's Irvin to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he slings one that's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flush to his right. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Allen throwing complete to Foster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On play action, Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. To throw again, Allen. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. But he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Allen now looks to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but now it's third and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal, a great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Croft, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. They're going to look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Irvin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Hey, Zoo!
Allen now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On play action, Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike, 49. Quarterback, don't get Charlie. Grab the kid and square you up. Don't get nervous. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Russ. 49 to Mike. Mike's 49. Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, Understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Allen off the play fake. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Three bud.
Play action. Now it's Allen. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it. Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Go.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's just me and you. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Get that ball. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time...
Derrick Henry all alone and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Derrick Henry, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Dolphins 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The second down carry for Irvin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first, again, they go with Irvin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Rashad Perriman, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Bills 21, Dolphins 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 17-yard line.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
And here's Allen. Off play action. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play here for the Bills. 41 yards. Now Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Rashad Perriman with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Go. Don't let him breathe, defense. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Phillips gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check four.
Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Here we go.
At their own 15-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Right back to Irvin. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
22 Jet Bomber.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Bravo!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Ready, go.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Alpha.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Let's go. 49, guys. Mike.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go, D. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Rosas now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score, Bills 42, Dolphins 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First down, Miami.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 10 Tucson.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Draw play. This is Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hey, 1 7. Check, Mike. Blue dark Corker. Let's go, let's get this ball.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. 61. Going on fourth, it's Irvin. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
H3, 218. Chopper, chopper.
On first down, it's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
You got tape. Gone. Why? Who?
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the start. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk, I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. I've been